let's bring in a very close friend of ours, close friend of the program, the great Sam Panayotovich, gambling analyst for NBC Sports Washington, who joins us each and every Friday. He's on Twitter at SPShoot. Normally, we see that gorgeous, handsome face via FaceTime, but Sammy's in traffic right now, so he's going to join us over the phone, and hopefully we're going to get a picture up of the Christmas sweater he's wearing because it's phenomenal.
It's
blockbuster amazing. Christmas sweater.
There it is. There it is. Look at that.
You know what? A man who's wearing a sweater like that should be pouring himself some Jameson. It's Santa on a flamingo. Phenomenal.
Are you wearing that right now, Sam?
I have it on right now, but, I spent so much time in the mirror getting ready for the show that I just forgot. So I was like, I'm late. And then I'm like weaving in and out of traffic to try to get to NBC. I always do the NBC Chicago on Friday night. But, man, I think like 3 trucks tipped over. So I don't know what's going on here.
Right now, on the television side, you can see the headshot of Sammy P. We need to replace that. Sam in front of a microphone looking serious with his headphones on with that shot of him pouring some JMO in a Christmas sweater. That should be his official picture from now on. Be amazing.
Agreed. Agreed.
All right, Sammy P., let's talk some gambling here, and we're going to start in the college ranks. You've had a very nice fall in both the NFL and college football. And let's begin with Boise State taking on Washington. What bowl is that?
Las Vegas
the
Bowl.
Las Vegas Bowl.
This Mitsubishi Motors Las Vegas Bowl.
Let's make sure we get that in to please the higher-ups at Mitsubishi. So you've got Washington laying 3.5 in what should be the swan song, what will be the swan song for Chris Petersen. Who do you like here, Sammy P.?
I really think Boise State, we look at what these teams have done, the Broncos, in the last decade. 9 bowl games, last 9 bowl games. 7-2 against the number. They just come prepared. They come to play. They're tough to move the football on. And I really think this narrative about Chris Petersen, well, they want to bring him out a winner. Well, Boise State wants to win too, guys. And I'll tell you this. You look at Petersen's track record at Washington. Without looking, do you know his bowl record? 1-4. He's 1-4 in bowls with the Huskies. And this is a team motivationally speaking here. Coming into this season, we weren't talking about Oregon. We were talking about Washington potentially being the team that went to the Rose Bowl. They wanted to play in a January game. The fact that they're playing on the first Saturday of bowl season, the left tackle not going to play, the tight end not going to play. I just think Boise State, knowing that they know this trip too, like they play in Vegas a lot when they play UNLV. They know how to make this trip to Vegas. They want to prove that they can hang with the big boys, and I just don't think Washington is going to prepare. I don't think they care. And Chris Petersen, he's leaving because he hasn't taken them to the next level. So I think the better team is getting points here. I think Boise wins the game outright.
Yeah, Washington has certainly had a disappointing year. Their over-under was, I think, 9.5 or 10. I bet 4 over-unders. I missed on 2, and Washington was the one that actually hit. So, yeah, very disappointing year for Washington. We're talking to Sam Panayotovich, gambling analyst. Joins us every Friday in this spot at SPShoot on Twitter. Early in the day on Saturday, we've got a busy Saturday, Sammy. You've got a 2 o'clock Eastern kick down in New Mexico where San Diego State is taking on Central Michigan. San Diego State got hammered in their bowl game last year, but defensively, they have been spectacular this year. They are laying 3.5 against Central Michigan. So you have a feel on this one?
Yeah, I made this number 7, Timmy. I think San Diego State, a lot like Boise State, they're just very tough to run the football on. And when they get opposing offenses get inside the 20, San Diego State, make sure you don't get across the goal line. They're very good at red zone defense. And Central Michigan, yeah, they can run the football. Yeah, they scored a lot of points. In the MAC, everybody scores in the MAC. We could score in the MAC. This could be a tough game for them. I think offensively, they just don't have the speed on the outside. That's how you have to beat San Diego State. You got to get outside and turn it up. And San Diego State, the highest point total they gave up this year, 23. 23 points is the highest total they've given up. That was against Utah State. This is going to be a game where I think we could look up at the end of the game. It could be 28-10, 28-13. San Diego State gets up early. They shut down the run game for the Chippewas, and then they reel off a couple touchdowns late. I like the aspects a lot. I made the number 7.
Yeah, San Diego State, they are incredible defensively, 41 points. The funny thing is, the MAC won 1 bowl game last year.
Ooh.
It was against San Diego State. Ohio beat them 27-0. But it's a different year. San Diego State's got a great defense. I'm actually with Sammy on this one. I really like San Diego State. All right, let's get to the weekend and a really busy slate tomorrow, Sammy, where you've got the Texans first up. They're against Jameis Winston. Very unpredictable to know what Jameis Winston is going to do. So you've got the Houston Texans after a very important win over the Titans. They are laying 3 on the road against Tampa Bay. So is it going to be a good Saturday? You feeling an NFL game on Saturday?
Yeah, I like Houston here, and you guys know me. We talk all the time. I'm never in a rush to lay points with a road favorite, but this, to me, is just a fade of Jameis Winston without, let's be real, his 2 best weapons. No Evans, no Godwin here. Yeah, they're hot. Yeah, he's been throwing 500 yards or 8 million yards a game. We understand that. But look at the 4 teams that Tampa's beaten. I believe it's Indy, Jacksonville, Atlanta, and I can't remember all 4 teams that they beat suck. So you face a step up in competition here with a Houston defense that should be able to put pressure on Jameis Winston. And I really think Houston, like the fact that they're still 20-1 to win the AFC is amazing. We talk about the Ravens and the Chiefs and the Patriots. Those are the big 3. But the Texans, with Watson at quarterback, have really been a monster this year. They've won a lot of big games. They've already beaten the Patriots. It might be a little square, and that's fine, because sometimes the square side wins. I laid 3 with the Texans here. That's a very big move to go from Tampa -1 to Houston -3. I don't love laying points on the road, but I think this Tampa winning streak, I don't think it's all that real because they haven't really beaten any good competition.
We're talking with Sam Panayotovich, gambling analyst for NBC Sports Washington, who is a gambling expert and also sweater connoisseur. I mean, my God, we got to get that picture up again. Unbelievable. Sammy P, there he is, right there. Bought himself a little JMO, enjoying the Christmas spirit. That's a guy you can trust right there. That's a guy you can trust with your money. Just look at that picture.
I mean, when Andy Williams was saying it's the holiday season, he was envisioning
that's right.
Sammy P.
Exactly right. Sammy P, let's talk about Monday Night Football. We got the Packers visiting the Minnesota Vikings now. We've gone back and forth on the spread, and I believe it's Minnesota -5.5 right now, but you actually like a total here.
Yeah, and I actually, when I look at that picture, I think all I want for Christmas is you. I don't think of the other song, but that's either here or there. If you look at what the Vikings have done to Aaron Rodgers in this building over the years, well, let's not even talk about when Anthony Barr, I think, broke his collarbone a couple years back. That building, I've been to a couple games, I call it the Death Star in Minnesota because that's where offense goes to die. It's tough to audible. It's tough to hear yourself think. That building just shakes. I know Aaron Rodgers is one of the best to ever do it, but the pressure that Minnesota can get up front on Aaron Rodgers is really going to make it tough for Green Bay to move the football here. I made this number. I think it's like 20-17 is the final score that I kept coming up with, 21-17. I like under 45.5. I think you can find a 46. Don't care. Still think the number's too high. Dalvin Cook being a little banged up. That Packer run defense has actually been pretty good, but this will be a black and blue division game. These 2 teams know each other inside and out. It's Kirk Cousins in prime time. I don't think he's going to light the world on fire. And Green Bay is going to struggle to move the football here. I don't know who wins. I think the number's fair, but I do like the total under 45.5, under 46, whatever it is. I like it under. 4 of the last 5 meetings have gone under. It will be 5 out of 6.
So Sammy P's official plays, once again, Boise State plus the 3.5 against Washington. San Diego State laying 3.5 against Central Michigan. He likes the Texans tomorrow, laying 3 in Tampa, and then the under on Monday night, Green Bay in Minnesota. Hey, Sammy, we got a couple minutes. New England tomorrow laying 6.5 against Buffalo. 37 is the total. I think that opened up at 38.5 against Buffalo. Any feel on total or side for tomorrow afternoon's affair in Foxborough?
Oh, I wish I could take the under. There's no way I'm taking the over in that game, but that's also a game where Josh Allen can throw a pick 6 in the final minute and it could go over, right? So, look, this is going to be the square Saturday teaser of the year. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
If you're not teasing New England from 6.5 to pick and San Francisco from 6.5 to pick, I think you're doing it wrong, right? I mean, do we really think Buffalo's going to go into Foxborough and win? I don't think so. I'm not laying points though with New England because they've just been too shoddy with the offense. We really seen Brady have to take a lot of bad weapons and try and make this work. But New England's going to win the game. So if I could tease New England to a pick 'em and then take San Francisco off an awful loss, which, by the way, we picked last week on the show. We had the Falcons because we talked about how bad of a spot it was because San Francisco was looking ahead to the Rams and the Seahawks. I mean, can you talk me out of Niners and Patriots teaser? I get that it's square, but my God, I mean, I don't think either dog is going to win the game outright.
He's a gambling analyst for NBC Sports Washington and a owner of one blockbuster sweater. It is Sam Panayotovich in the Christmas spirit. Sammy P., safe travels. Good to hear from you, bud.
Cheers, boys. Tell Santa I said hi.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.